Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Tonight we're going to dig into how to edit images with OpenAI and Spring Boot and Java. So let's jump right into it. And first of all, we go to OpenAI's API documentation page. That is right here, and you can just find it by going to openai.com and then click the documentation tab in the top under API, and then you'll end up in the top, of course, right here. Then you can search for image editing, or you can go down and search for and just click the image generation link right here, and then you scroll down until you come to image edits right here. And it's actually only DALL-E 2 right now, but let's see what we can actually do. So first of all, there's a short piece of text right here that we have to read. We don't like that, but we have to do that anyway. So we have to. So the trick is that we have an image where we want to edit a part of it, and here there's an example. We have a nice hotel or something like that, and there's a small pond or something, and then we would like to place an inflatable flamingo in the middle right there. So that means that you would have the image, and then you need to create the mask, which is the image where you have deleted the part of the image that you actually want to be that you want to edit. And I've of course done exactly the same with some vacation pictures, and that's what we're going to play with right now. First of all, this is the curl command that we have right here, and as usual, there's no Java help, so that is. So we will have to deconstruct this curl command into a Spring Boot REST template call, and it is it's actually quite easy this time, or it's just as easy as usual. You have to know the tricks, and we have to upload these two images right here. So we're uploading two images, and it's not any more difficult than uploading one image. We have to upload the image and then the mask, and then we have to create a prompt. The prompt needs to contain the whole thing, so that means that you should not write please replace top left corner with something. You should not write something like that. You just write exactly what the image actually, what is the content on the image. And here in the situation right here, then you would say a sunlit indoor lounge area with a pool containing a flamingo. So you'll just give the final result. What is it that you actually want? What is it that you're aiming for? N equals 1, that is because we want one example to be generated to begin with, and then we have the resolution right here. It is 1024 times 1024. The number of resolutions are actually limited, quite limited right now, but we will just forget about that for now. Let us try it out. So we have an image, we have the model, and then we have, of course, we have the API key right here. I've placed my API key as an environment variable, so I will place an environment variable instead of that. And here we have the endpoint that we need to call. So first of all, let us see which images that I have created. So I'll just say copy path reference, absolute path, and then we will go to my images right here. And here I have 1024. I've changed this image. I have resized it, so it's 1024 times 1024. And you will see this is a very, very nice vacation image and photo, and it's a beautiful. We have a beautiful man in the middle there, and but we have a quite boring background. Now that the man is so full of action and kind of like he looks a bit like a hero and very, very beautiful. That's this beautiful face. Then, of course, we would like something interesting and exciting to happen in the background, so we get a lot of likes on Instagram. Okay, so that is the task. So what I did was, I then cut out the background, and it's just you can just use GIMP. You just mark whatever you want to change, and then you just press the delete button, and then you have deleted the background. It's very, very easy. Of course, you can use Adobe Photoshop or something like that instead. It's probably even easier. But GIMP also does the trick, and GIMP is awesome because it's free, and also because it has a lot of cool features, and it's free. Did I mention it was free? Okay, so those are the two images. We have nose guy, and we have the mic image right there. So let us go see how we can edit this image to something cool. So we have our source code right here. I created this Java project by pressing File, New, project. Then I chose Spring Boot, Spring Initializer right here. I use Gradle today, and I chose Java, and I think it's Java 21 actually that I'm running. And my JDK right now is 22. Of course, I could update it to 23, but I'll do that one day. And then I pressed next, and then I ticked off the modules, like I needed the Spring Web, so I could have some REST controllers. I added Lombok, so because I'm lazy, then I don't need to write the boilerplate code. I also added the API and data, but it's actually not needed right now. And then I pressed finish, and then I ended up with this project right here. Okay, so we will go to, I'll just close all of this right here. So then I have an OpenAI package right here. Then we have image, and we have the image edit service. This is where the magic happens. I have copy pasted this is the curl command. You can probably recognize that from early on. So that is when I was deconstructing and creating this call right here. Then, and we're actually not using the prompt. That's a bit embarrassing. So let us use the prompt also. Okay, so the trick right here is we create a multi-value map, linked multi-value map like this. And then we set the image. This is this field right here. Then we set that to a file system resource. When we do that, then we get a lot of help. Then we don't need to think about converting the image and loading it and converting it to base 64 encoded and all that. That is done for us and automatically. So new file system resource. Whenever we want to post and upload some images, and that's just how it is. That's how the REST template works. And we want one example right now. And we're using the DALL-E 2 model because that is the only one supported right now. There's a limited number of resolutions. I'm using 1024 right now, times 1024. Yeah. And then we have, and then here, then we're creating the header. Actually, we're creating the whole request entity right here. And then we're giving it the data that we want to post, and then we are giving the request the header that we want to generate. And the header is very important because we need to use multi-part form data, and that is whenever you are uploading files or downloading files, then you would use multi-part form data just like that. Then we have the authorization right here. That is where we add our OpenAI key, and we get the key from our environment variable, which is right now named OpenAI API key. Feel free to use your name or. As usual, you can get all of this code on my GitHub account for free. It's publicly available. And then we have some blocking, and then we say post REST template. We always use REST template, right? REST template post for entity. Post for entity. And then we give the URL, which is up at the top right here. OpenAI version 1 images edits, and it's also the URL that we have right here in the curl command. So we call that right there, and then we say, please execute this request right here. And we expect to get a string return from this call right here. And what we actually gets back is actually a JSON string. So it's not totally incorrect. You could also choose to get a map back, then it's more structured. And of course, you could also create a type. You could create a Java class that matches the return data that you get, and then you would just expect to get that back instead. I'm a bit lazy, so I'm happy with the string right now. Okay. And then we're returning the body right here. Okay, so how do we test that, Mike? Yeah, but it's quite easy because this is a service. So we just create a Spring Boot test, and that's exactly what I've already done. So if you go to the Spring Boot tests, Control N right here, find the class right here, then we say edit the image. But now we have to fill in a prompt because we just changed it so it actually uses this prompt right here. Actually, this test does not assert anything, so it's actually not a test, right? Assertions, and we should use assert J because it looks cooler. It's easy to read. It's just better. Of course, you could also use JUnit if you want to instead. So here we have assert that the result is not empty, it's not blank. Yes, this one. Fine. So now we have an assertion. Now it's actually a real test. If you don't have any assertions, it's not a test. Okay, so let's try to figure out what we want in the background of the image. So what could be cool to see in the background right here? Couldn't it be cool to see some birds, some parrots maybe? Beautiful man with parrots flying in background. We could also try to meteor or something like that. But let us start with this and let's see what happens. So we'll run this. We'll run this test right now. Remember to the reason why I had that exception right there was because I copy pasted my own code from somewhere, and there I actually had I was throwing that exception there. So, but now it's gone. Now it is gone, and I'm just talking, so I can delay everything until OpenAI has generated a cool image for us. So we are, yes, it's done. It's green, and we get. So this is the response that we get. Created data, and inside the data section right here of the return data, here we have an URL. So what happens if I press this URL right here? Let us just see. So we will just copy it. Copy URL. And let us see what happens. Whoa, that is cool, right? So now we have my beautiful face with some parrots in the background. That is really, really cool. Awesome, awesome, awesome. It's incredible what's possible these days, right? So let us okay, vacation. Let us just try to change it a little bit. Vacation picture, a vacation image, vacation with a huge cruise ship in the background. But in the background, let us just skip that. So we'll just keep it short. Vacation with a huge cruise ship. Yes. Let us see what is created now. Yeah. Yes, it is loading. It is generating the image. And here it is. So I'll copy the URL again. And then we go, and then we can take a new tab. Yeah, that was not good. That was not good. With a cruise ship. Okay. Let us try something else. Meteor in the background. Maybe it's because we removed the beautiful man. Selfie of man with meteors falling in the background. Falling behind him. Let us try this instead. Selfie of man with meteors falling behind him. But of course, already now you have seen. You actually got you've seen how to create these examples. So feel free to play with this daily tool yourself. And copy your L. Let us try again. That was not good. So let us just remove that one. Look, now we have meteors in the background. You can see the stripe right there. Maybe a huge one with a huge meteor behind him. Let us try again. Yes, maybe I should have masked out a bit more of the image. I don't know. We could also try with a balloon festival, actually. Yeah, maybe balloon festival would be better. We'll try that also. Or a lot of kites, maybe. Kite surfers. Let us try to copy this URL. That was actually okay, kind of okay. Now there's only one meteor. Okay. And balloon festival. Balloon. I probably misspelled it. Does it say right here? Okay. So let's run it again. I think this is the last example that we will try. Or is it? Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Let's see what it says now. OpenAI is generating the image. Copy URL and much better. So now we have some balloons in the background. What else could be in the background? What about the moon or planets? Man, and what about planets in the background, maybe, or airplanes? Yes. Let us try again with the airplanes. So if you're bored, then you can make your vacation images and vacation photos interesting in this way. And of course, you could also give the models a bit more to work with if you mark out a bit more of the image. Yes, there's one airplane. Okay. There's actually something called a prompt engineer. That's actually now a position now, like a role that you can have. That is for people that are really good at writing these prompts right here. They know exactly what to write. I'm almost there. You can see that right from the prompt right here. So, and airplanes, and what about ferries? Ferries like this. It's not. That's okay. Ferries and trolls. So let's try that. And knights. So let's see how. Okay, let us just try. Well, yeah, this would be a last example. So it's a bit silly, I know that, and you're probably here for the code. So while we wait this time, we'll just go through the code one more time. Model. Is it possible to set this to DALL-E 3? Actually, I don't know. It said it's only DALL-E 2 that is supported. So we'll try to run it afterwards with DALL-E 3 actually. So copy URL. Nothing there. Now it's just this guy. It got confused, I think. Let us try with number 3. Let us change the prompt then. Let's go back and change the prompt. Vacation resort with pirate ship. Let us try again. So, now complaint. It said blah blah. Bad request. Yeah, we did not. We're invalid model. The model argument should be left blank. Okay, it even wanted blank. Okay, but let us try that. Oh, let's just comment it out. We can use DALL-E 2 if we want to, but let's see now. Yeah, sometimes an API surprises you, right? So, and that is a very interesting situation. Feels a bit like archaeology, when you actually you dig something out that you did not know that there was anything there before. You started digging, and suddenly you dig, and then you find something. Where's my pirate ship? It's not there. And the palm trees are flying in the air. Yeah. I guess this was the best. This was the best prompt that we made for this image right here. Yeah, but that is actually it. Let us go back to the cool screen right here. The text right there, it says DALL-E 3. It should actually be DALL-E 2. So now I changed that one. Thank you very much for watching, and thank you very much for all of your cool comments. And I hope to see you again soon. Bye-bye.